Hello, my name's Shane Adair. I'm auditioning for the yoga 6 teacher's position. I'm going to bring you through cat-cow, chaturanga dandasana, and a warrior series to show off my skills. First, we're going to do a little bit of a centering exercise. So I need you to bring your hands, take a seated position, and then I need you to take your hands to heart center. And we're going to concentrate on our alignment. We're going to keep our heart over our pelvis and our head over our heart. And we're going to think about our ujjayi breath, the friction in the back of the throat as we inhale and we exhale, and we think about the intention. Now we're going to move into tabletop. So I'm just going to get into it with our shoulders over our wrists and our shoulders in line with our pelvis. Inhale, we're going to drop the belly, tilt the pelvis towards the sky and look forward. We're going to exhale, rolling the spine and releasing the crown of the head last. We're going to inhale, radiating the heart forward and looking forward. Exhale, tucking the tail down, bringing the navel up, drawing it towards the sky. I'm going to do that a few more times, concentrating on our ujjayi breath. Really pressing in away from the ground with our hands. We're going to keep them like starfish, spreading them out as large as we can. Inhaling, dropping the belly, tilting the pelvis upwards, really rounding the spine. Next, we're going to do some chaturanga. We're just going to inhale into tabletop, into downward dog. And then next we'll inhale into high plank, into high plank. Exhale, knees to the ground, knees, chin, chest to the ground. Inhale, coming up into cobra, which is not using your hands, it's just using the spine. Let me inhale, coming back down. And then on the next one, we're going to inhale and push into the ground and do upward facing dog. Down, inhale into high plank, exhale into downward facing dog. Next, we're going to, as soon as the plane goes away, we're going to go into warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, and triangle pose. So we're going to lift, in downward facing dog. For alignment cues, we're going to look between our legs, down our nose, in between our knees, up towards our hips. We're going to lift the leg as high as we can, bring it into the chest, stepping in between our hands, bringing our hands up into warrior 1. We do 5 breaths here. Really working on our ujjayi breath, keeping our knee over our ankle, keeping that alignment in place. We're going to bring the hands back down to the floor, framing the foot. Inhale, back into high plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Next, we're going to bring up the left leg. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Bringing the leg in forward to the chest, stepping in between the hands, bringing our hands up into warrior 1. 5 breaths here. Working on our alignment, keeping our knee over the ankle, Bring our hands back down to the floor, framing the foot. Back into high plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Bringing our right foot up this time. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing our foot in between our hands for warrior two, which is facing the long side of your mat. If you can't see me on the video, going to keep our gaze out over our right hands, pointing along with our fingers, keeping our knee over our ankle. That was 5 breaths there. We're going to reframe our foot, bring him back down to the floor. Inhale into high plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Bringing the left foot up in an inhale. Exhale, bring the foot forward, knee to the chest, and foot in between our hands. Releasing upward into warrior two. Keeping our gaze along our hands, on the points of our fingers, in the same direction. And the knee over the ankle. 5 breaths here. And down again to the floor. Back in, inhaling into high plank. Exhaling into downward facing dog. 2 more poses here. Going to inhale the leg up. Exhale it into the chest, framing the foot. Upwards into warrior one. Into warrior two. And we're going to come to the front of the mat for warrior three. And we're going to float or step forward into warrior three, which, if you can see me on the video, is a balance. We're going to keep looking towards the ground as we balance our left foot behind us for 5 breaths. We'll bring the left foot back down towards the floor. Reframing the foot, we bring our hands back down. Inhale into high plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. On the left side, we're going to inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest, in between the legs. Into warrior two, or warrior one, warrior two, and then we're going to float or step forward into warrior three. It's a balance. We're going to keep our gaze about 2 or 3 feet in front of our left foot this time. We're going to really work on keeping our hips and our pelvis right in line over our ankles and our knee. 5 breaths here. All right, bringing the foot back down to earth. Try not to fall over. Hands and back, framing to the foot, back to the earth. Inhale into high plank, exhale into downward facing dog. We have one more pose, which is triangle pose. Inhale the foot up, exhale the knee into chest, hands framing the foot, come upwards. Instead of bending the knee over the ankle, we're going to straighten the leg. And then we're going to actually take our hands, tilt forward over the knee, and then drop downwards, putting our hands on our shin, and then our right hand on the shin, and our left hand towards the sky. We're going to breathe here for 5 breaths. Right, release the ankle, release the shin. We're going to move back through a chaturanga dandasana into high plank and downward facing dog. Reframe the foot. Inhale. Exhale, knees chin to the chest. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to move our left foot. Inhale it up. Exhale to the chest. Reframing those hands. Reframing the foot with hands. We'll bring the hands up to warrior two. This time we're not going to bend the knee, like just on the last one. Straighten the knee, then tilt forward with our hands and slide down, finding anything you can. I have my hands on my shin, and then taking the right hand up and over for a triangle pose. 5 breaths here. Come out of it, release the pose. Reframe the foot, bring the hands towards the ground. Inhale into high plank, exhale into downward facing dog. Knees, chin, chest. Upward facing dog. And I'm going to come to a seated. And that was the end of the audition. I hope you enjoyed it. Yay! I hope everybody feels way better about their day, such as to bring their practice along with them and the intention that we started out with. Take a moment here to center yourselves and enjoy your practice. Namaste.